Hey everyone, Joel Kessel here. And first, I just want to say congratulations for getting your book submitted for an Author Academy Award. So, what I'm going to do here is share with you a screencast of what we can do to get more media awareness about this in 15 minutes or less. And this process that I'm going to take you through, it doesn't only apply to this award, but follow this along because as you think about promoting your business long into the future, follow this format, follow this process. It's really going to help you put you in a better position to get more media awareness about your book or your business. So let's go ahead. These are the things that we're going to cover here today. The develop your press release. There is a fill in the blank release that was supplied to you. You know, Carrie and I had talked about this last week. So that is along with this email that you received for this screencast. So check out that press release. We'll get into that here in a second. We're also going to talk about what do we do with that press release once we have it filled out. We're going to get it out there over a free wire service. Then we're going to talk about sending it to your local media folks. And then lastly, sharing it on social media. So let's go on over and talk about the press release. So here's the fill in the blank press release. As you can see, it's very simple to just go in and drop in your information. Anywhere where you see parentheses, just drop in your information. So name of your city or your town, the title of your book here, your first and last name here, name of your book right here. Now, in the second paragraph, I do want to highlight this. So this right here, we're asking you to insert what your book is about. So your book covers this, or it touches on this, or tells the story of. So in one sentence, briefly write about what your book is about, and then go through, and wherever you see parentheses, just fill in that information, and you should be good to go there. Now, what do we do once we have that press release developed? We want to go ahead and get it out through a free wire distribution. Now, what you see here is PR Log. This is one of several free distribution services. I have this here as an example. I've used PR Log in the past. It's pretty straightforward and easy to set up an account and get a press release set up for distribution. So if you do want to use PR Log, or really any of those distribution services out there, there's other ones like pr9.net, there's pr.com. All of them are going to ask you to fill out or to set up an account. Also, all of them have the pricing options, but for the free version, they do have some things to check out to make sure that you do have the free version. So just make sure if you don't use PR Log, you use something else, just read the fine print and make sure that it's the right system and the right distribution service for you. But again, PR Log is a pretty easy one to follow. So it's going to ask you to set up an account. That took me about 5 minutes to set up an account. They asked me to upload my business logo, all of my, my website information, so all of that. So once you get your account set up, you're going to get an email to verify it, and then you're going to come in and you're simply going to click on Submit Press Release. Now, what I had to do to get to this point, because I've already pre-populated one to save some time, it is going to send you a verification code through your phone. So just make sure you follow that step so you can go ahead and start to fill in your press release. So again, I've already pre-populated one to save some time. Let's go ahead and quickly go to that screen. So once you're set up and ready to go to start filling in, getting your distribution and your release ready, just simply go to your release over here and start copying and pasting. So just copy the headline, come back over to PR Log or whatever distribution service you have, and just start populating those fields. Headline, subhead, the date. Here it gives you two options, either today, the recording of this is Sunday, March 4th, or tomorrow. So you just set up what day and what time you want that to go out. The date line, you're going to put in the United States if that's where you're from. I'm in Ohio, in Columbus, so I'm just filling this in from my perspective. So here's the press release body. You just put it here. You scroll down, source company, the name of my company is Kessel Communications. Do I have permission? Yes, just click yes. The contact name is me, the email. So just follow those fields and fill in the information. Now, when you set up your account, it asks you to upload a logo. So I uploaded my company logo, and yeah, I want my logo to show on the press release. So you just click show logo. And then down here, it's going to ask you if you want to include any photos. Yeah, this is a great opportunity to include your book cover artwork here. Now, once you upload a JPEG or a file here, let's say it is your book cover, what I did is I uploaded my own headshot just to show you. Come here and click edit caption. And here you can write the caption. Or if you don't want a caption, just leave it blank. For me, since it's my headshot, I put in here my name and media relations expert. Okay, great. So I have that in here. Down here, exposure with the free distribution with PR Log, it gives you one industry to target. So if your book has been nominated, you submitted it for an Author Academy Award, obviously just go and click on books. But in the future, if it's something else, let's say you're in the automotive industry, click on automotive. The tags, what are those words or key phrases that the search engines might be looking for? So I've just put some here, books, authors, awards, and just put one per field. So just to show you, awards, and then you just add, and it's going to add it. So you want to do that for the other key phrases and keywords. You get up to 3 tags with the free service. Homepage listing, yes, first listing on PR Log, feature within the next 30 days, publish first on PR Log, pick those. Lastly, when you set up your account, they're essentially setting up a press room for you with some basic information about your book, about your business. Go ahead and click the one that it provides here. And then the package, obviously we want the free package. Then once you've filled out all that information, click next. And here's what it's going to look like. Now, it hasn't gone out. This is just, they're showing you what it's going to look like. This is a preview. So when I set up my account, I uploaded my logo. That's going to be at the top. Here's the headline, the subhead, and then it gets into the body of the release. Since this is a free distribution, they're going to have an ad here of some sort. That's okay. Here is where I put my headshot. You can put the cover of your book. And here's the caption that I put, Joel Kessel, Media Relations Expert. And here's the rest of the release. So if everything, let's say I found a mistake, I want to change something, you can simply go back and modify. And it goes back to that previous screen. Make those necessary changes that you want, then go ahead and hit next again, and all your changes are captured. So once you do that, everything looks okay to you, then you can go ahead and hit submit. I'm not going to do that because this is just a hypothetical example that I'm showing you, but for your release, go ahead and hit submit and you should be good to go. All right, so let's come on back here. So we've talked about developing the release, so you just filled in the blank. We just went through how to set it up for distribution through PR Log or some other distribution service that you might be more comfortable with. So let's talk about sending it to local media, okay? What we want to do is we want to create that email template. Now, before you create that email, obviously go back and let's pull together a list of your local media folks. So your daily paper, maybe you have a weekly paper. Here in Dublin, Ohio, we have a monthly magazine that comes out called Dublin Life. So go ahead and pick that targeted list and contact names of people that you want to send your information to. Get that list together, and then what we're going to do, you want to find their email addresses as well, obviously, because we're going to send them a personal email letting them know about the fact that you've been nominated for a global award. So here's an email template that we're going to follow. First, there's the subject line. We want to have a nice subject line, one that's really interesting. And I'm going to show an example here on the next slide. But a subject line, these folks get inundated every day with hundreds of emails. So that subject line We want that to be of interest and really get them to click and open that to read more. Once they open that up, what's that opening line of relevance? What's that opening line that shows that you've done some homework and this isn't just some spam or cut and paste email? So I'll show you an example of an opening line of relevance. The third part of that email is how you can help or why this is of interest, why your email or why your news is of interest. Next, we're going to have a call to action or an actual ask. We're going to end with a question, and then obviously there's a reason why I have contact here. We want to include our name, email, phone number, an easy way for people to contact us. So here's an example template. Up here we have the subject line, local resident up for global award. If I'm a reporter, that's pretty interesting. I'm going to click through and read more about what this is all about. Dear name, put their name, their first name, or however you want to put that, but don't say dear editor or dear reporter. They know right now that this potentially is spam. Opening line of relevance, I enjoyed your book review of, or I saw a tweet about this. Reference something that they've done recently to show that this isn't just a cut and paste job, but this is a personal customized email to them. I'm a local author, and I wanted to let you know that my book, The Future of America's Workforce, has been nominated for an Author Academy Award, an honor bestowed for literary merit and publishing excellence in the writing and publishing industry. This is that opening line. This is of interest. This is that local news hook here. Authors from around the world are being nominated for this year's award. The Future of America's Workforce has been nominated for the business category. So this covers the why it may be of interest for their local readers, listeners, or viewers. The fact that there's a local author that has been nominated for a global award. Next is the ask. I'm available to talk about the nomination. Also, here's a link to additional information. So essentially, by us saying I'm available to talk about the nomination, we're saying I'm available for an interview. We're asking them, we're inviting them to, if they're interested, interview us about this nomination. What we also want to do is we want to grab that link. So once your release goes out over that free wire distribution, there's going to be a link where that release is housed. We want to grab that link and put it here. So when we say here's a link to additional information, we could say here's our press release and make that a hyperlink to the press release. Let's say you have a website. You also, maybe you put your press release on your website as a blog post perhaps, or in your online media room, you can have a link that goes over there as well. Then lastly, what else do you need to write a story on this topic? That's that question. And then obviously your contact information below. So those are the steps. First, we're going to develop that release. We're going to fill in the blanks on the release that Carrie and I have supplied to you. Next, we're going to set it up for distribution over one of the free wire services. Next, we're going to send it out to local media. We're going to find those local media contacts, and then we're going to follow that email template to get that information over to them. And then lastly, step 4, let's not forget about our social media. So let's go ahead, grab that link from that wire distribution, and let's share it on social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media accounts that you have. So those are the steps there, gang. Good luck. And congratulations again for being nominated for an Author Academy Award. We'll talk to you guys soon.